All right. All right. They're looking at me. Why are you looking at me? Stop looking at me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Find yourself. How about child's pose to start? Tonight, we're doing just down there. I don't know what they're going to end up doing. My room is going to do whatever they're going to do. So it can get crazy and hear people facing all kinds of different directions. I'm not going to give them any commands except front of the mat and back of the mat. So you're facing the right way. And then take a few moments here just to start developing your breath. Deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Allowing the breath to travel down into the lower ribs. If you feel any strain in your neck, let go of the muscles in your neck on your next exhale. Shoulders. Just exhale any tension. Wherever you are, lengthen the arms way out in front of you, and then walk them over toward the left side of your mat. Lengthening the right hand over the left hand, and then settling the shoulders, settling the neck. Give it a couple of nice deep breaths as the right side hip softens back. To allow that easy stretch to take over the right side body. And fill it up with a deep breath. Inhale as you walk back to the center. And then exhale over toward the right side. Maybe the left hand goes on the right hand. Left hip softens back. And we take a few deep breaths here. Beginning to recognize that we're growing long through the back body. Through the crown of the head and not through the chin. We're lengthening. One more deep breath. And then walking it back into the middle. We'll come up on a nice deep inhale. Notice that the hands are way out in front of you. This is about the right length for a downward facing dog. Let's walk them back underneath the shoulders. Cat-cow, remember how we talked about it earlier. Inhale, take a nice deep open heart. Exhale, roll everything out of the shoulders and neck here. Let's do it again. Inhale, pull the belly long, tilt the pelvis. Exhale, everything out of the mid-back. Push and open. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, open the underbody. Exhale, the upper body. Let's take the right leg back. Inhale, lengthen back. Take note of your ribs. Let them stay in. And we'll take one more inhale. Really lengthen. Exhale, nose to knee. Round up and in. Add the left if you like. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, knee into the elbow. One more time. Inhale that nice, long open length. Exhale, knee in. Let's take the length just one more time. Full breath in. And if it feels right, take your breath and take that foot in hand. Just a weird little open stretch. Consider pressing the knee to the back wall to draw the right hip and the right shoulder down into socket. Deep breath into the right frontal hip. And then slowly release straight arm and straight leg right back out. Lose control. Nice deep inhale. Square the hips. Exhale, hand and knee to the floor. We'll switch sides. Left leg lengthens straight back on an inhale. Exhale, lean into the nose. You can add the right arm if you like. Inhale, really lengthen through the elbow. Exhale, round in. And then one more time. Nice long inhale, lengthen toe. Exhale, crunch into the middle. Open the back. Let's take length. One more time for the inhale. Get yourself square and take the hand and the foot. Again, once you've got it, release the left knee back in space and let the shoulder come down with it. The turtle out of its shell, lengthen the neck, and not from the chin, but from the back. Deep inhale. Now with control, long leg, long arm back out in front. Big breath in. And let everything come to the floor. Take that nice deep inhale, low belly. Exhale, round back. Walk the hands back out to the distance that they were. Tuck the toes underneath and come into your first downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And find 3 deep breaths. Lower into the ribs. Swelling the back body, realizing space between the back ribs with every new inhale. As though someone's pressing into the crown of your head, press away from between the shoulder blades and release the muscles above your shoulder blade. Lift the elbows in space. You got it. Check in with those ribs. Make sure they're pulling up and in. Pelvis is tilting slightly. And then with your next inhale, press back and peek forward. Exhale, fold the body. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold. Exhale, Uttanasana. Let's take full lift to the sky. Inhale, lift. Everything but the shoulders lifts. Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Half flat back. Inhale. Now just the right leg steps back in space. Let's keep the right knee lifted and put weight into the left heel so that we begin to feel the left hamstring. Maybe even taking the hands to heart center so that we're sure the left leg has weight on it. Now, slightly elevate the right hip away from the mat because you know you like to drop it here. One inhale, maybe the arms lengthen way overhead, pull the ribs in center. Exhale, place the hands down, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Nice. Inhale, press back, peek forward. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Inhale, feel the extension. Exhale, forward fold all the way to the sky. Inhale, lifts all of the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Legs stay tight and lifted. Halfway lift. Inhale. And left leg steps back. Low lunge. Fingertips on the floor for a moment. Take your breath. Right ankle under its knee. Let's put weight on that right heel. And then come up halfway, just hands to heart. Hips are all over the place. Right hip pulls back. Left hip lifts gently in space. Ribs come up where they need to be. Let's take an inhale and lengthen arms way in front. And exhale, place the hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Take your breath. Remember, you're feeling that slight elevation just above downward facing dog. Lengthening the body, trying to find that nice long flat back. You got it. Inhale, press. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Take half lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Take chair from here. Inhale, lengthen your body. Exhale, sink into chair and pull that mid-body into alignment. Everything lifts on the inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Half flat back. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, step it back in space. Let's put weight on the front heel. Just the left hand lifts this time. Take an inhale and continue to lengthen through the left arm from the crown of the head, not to the chin. Ribs come in where they belong. And keeping weight in the left foot. Maybe even let that right hand lift just 1 millimeter to check in with the integrity of the front leg. Nice. Take the inhale, lengthen any amount. Exhale, place down the hand, step back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold. Back to chair we go. Inhale. And stay here, exhale, lengthen the whole back, any amount. One more breath, in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Left leg, exhale, step back. Put the weight on the right foot, make sure, and then right arm lifts to the sky. Keeping that right hip where it belongs. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen to the crown. Exhale, low belly pulls in, a little more twist. One more time, inhale, stay on that front leg. And exhale, place down the hands, send back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, and then to fold. Halfway, fold. Chair, inhale, and stand tall, Tadasana. Woo! Let those shoulders go. And we'll start again. In chair, inhale. Stay here, exhale, longer back to the crown lift. Inhale, inwardly rotate the thighs slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Half flat back. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, step back. Let's take an inhale and lift the left arm. And hold here, exhale, integrity in the front leg. One more time, big inhale. And exhale, place the left hand down, but don't move yet. Drop the right heel down like a second warrior and simply lift the right arm in space. This is just testing into the left hip today. So we're just sliding that fellow around under there, seeing what kind of space we have. Maybe you extend that right hand all the way through the top of your mat and extend the right heel way back there for the side body stretch. Ribs come into play. Lengthen the low back any amount. Take a big inhale, circle the arm down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath back here. Press back the inhale. Fold the exhale. Half flat back, inhale. Fold the exhale. Coming through chair, inhale. Stay here, exhale, mid-body comes in, back lengthens. Inhale, Spiral the thighs in any amount. Press into the big toe mound. One more. Breathe in. Shoulder release. Exhale, forward, fold. Half flat back. Inhale. Now left leg. Exhale, step back in space. Take an inhale and right arm lifts. Exhale, stay right here. Integrity through that front leg. Take an inhale, lengthen. And exhale, the hand comes down, but we just shift the back foot. We're opening like a second. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Now we're crooked up in that low back. I want you to draw the ribs down again. Let the low ribs lift behind you. Any amount of space you can make into the low back. Inhale and lift things in all directions. Exhale, come on down with that hand. Send back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And out. Inhale, presses. And exhale, folds. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Through to chair, inhale. And then standing tall, Tadasana, mountain pose. Deep breath for yourself. One more nice deep breath. And it starts in chair. Inhale, sink the chair. Exhale, stick chair, lengthen the low back, in and out. Inward rotation on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. To the half lift, inhale. Right leg steps back, exhale, get on the front leg, lift the left arm, deep inhale. And exhale, let the left arm come down outside of the pinky toe. Drop the right foot. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, extend the arm. Draw length into the low back, any amount. Inhale, full length through the crown from between the shoulder blades. Exhale, circle the arm down. We're coming up, three dog, left leg. Inhale, lift way up. Exhale, open the hip for the first time. Bend the knee, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, send the knee to the right elbow, left elbow. One more like that. Inhale, big up, open, bend. Exhale, right elbow, left elbow. Big inhale, up, open, bend. Exhale, foot up and through like a lunge. Lift the left arm. Inhale. Set the left arm down. Exhale, back foot drops. Inhale, right arms up. Exhale, right arms over. Low back lengthens in and out. Take the inhale. Exhale, circle down. Forward fold. Big inhale. Fold and exhale. Hold it here, a couple breaths. Already on the legs. Take an inhale and half lift. And exhale to fold. Chair, inhale, just one count here. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Woo! One hip down. Starts in chair. One hip. Inhale to go, chair. And now exhale, hold it right here. Back lengthens in and out. Pull the ribs back. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Internal rotation. Exhale, forward, fold. Coming halfway, lift. Inhale. Left leg steps back in space. Exhale. Left arm down, right arm lifts. Inhale, twist up and open. And on the exhale, bringing the arm down to the outside, the pinky toe, drop the left heel. Inhale, lift the left arm. And then take it long overhead. Any amount of space to the low back, make it long, deep inhale. Exhale, place the left hand down to the floor. Right foot lift. Inhale, three dog. Open. Exhale, bend the knee. Nice deep inhale. Knee to left elbow. Right elbow. One more time like that. Inhale's the big lift. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. To right elbow. One more time. Big inhale lifts up and open. Exhale, foot up and through. We're coming up with the right arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Left arm. Inhale, lift. Extend the arm overhead. Any amount of length to the low back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, place the hands, switch the hips. We're coming all the way to fold. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Hold here and breathe. You may have noticed that that slow flow sped up a little bit. I have no idea what happened. Okay, already on the legs, half lift, inhale. Fold the exhale, coming up chair, one breath, inhale. And standing tall. Exhale. Woo! I'm sweaty. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure it's juice in there. All of this. Is there juice coming out of my forehead? Let's start it back in chair. Here's a long hold. Deep inhale sinks your chair, Uttanasana. Exhale, low belly pulls in, back opens in and out. Put those big toenails into the ground as you inhale. Legs to the tall crown. Exhale, forward, fold the body. Half flat lift, inhale. Right leg lengthens back. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, lower the left arm, right heel down. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, extend it, find length through the low back. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Left floats. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, opens and bends. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, knee to the right elbow, left elbow. One more, big inhale. Right elbow, left elbow. Last one, inhale. And we're pulling the foot through like a lunge. Stop it right there, drop the right knee. And walk the left foot open. Hands on the inside of the left foot. Sink into any lizard type stretch that might feel nice to you. If you want the standard yoga pose, you're still looking at left knee under left, over left ankle, and you're still pointing straight ahead with that left foot. Hips are level. So if that means you're on your forearms, great. If it means you're on your hands, great. You can also let that left leg lollygag out to the side and toy with some juiciness over there. One Sierra's favorite, to get that low back long, taking the elbows down and placing the chin in the hands really invites length through the torso here. Woo! Sweat. And then we're taking a nice inhale wherever you are. On the exhale, sink back, right hip toward the right heel. We're just doing some hinging breath. If your bottom sinks all the way to the heel, great. If it doesn't, you can stay up into the air a bit. The left leg can bend, and you can find all kinds of different angles on the hamstrings, the left glute. Here, it kind of just toy with stuff. And so I like to get my breath movement on here. You're welcome to hold static and you can move with me. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale where I am. Deep exhale and deepen in. And now I'm going to hinge. Inhale, I'm going to lengthen forward to lizard. Exhale, I'm going to lengthen back toward runner's stretch. I'm going to do that twice more. You're welcome to come with me. Inhale, rocks it forward. Exhale, rocks it back. And then one more time if you like it. Big inhale, lengthens you forward, release the neck here. As you exhale, find a seat back here toward the back, just for 2 long breaths. Any stress or tension you're holding at the collarbone, let go. And then a big inhale here. Exhale, rocks you back toward the front. And so we'll place the hands down, tuck the right toe, lift the right hip, and walk the left foot back underneath us. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Inhale, lifts. Exhale the hand down outside or inside the foot as you prefer. Inhale, roll open the right arm. Exhale, lengthen the right arm. Any amount of space the low back can make here. Take the inhale, any tension in the shoulders you can drop. Exhale, turn the hip down, right hand down, and we'll come up, forward fold. Inhale, release out, exhale. Brain weighs heavy here for just a couple breaths. Now, poor puppy dog. Feeling like we got a little bit of space in there now? All right, let's not stop though, because I'm sure there's a little more, especially on the sides. Are you guys not feeling the sides opening up yet? All right, let's work those next then. Got one more leg, getting the hamstrings in, and we'll start working the side hips here. So getting on the legs, there's a half lift inhale. And fold to exhale. Coming through chair, one breath. Inhale, set the shoulders in. And exhale, stand tall. Tadasana, mountain pose. Gather a breath. Find mountain pose for real. Spiraling the toes in, opening the sacral spine. Letting the back ribs lift just a bit and letting the shoulders pull the shoulders back, not the ribs. Extend to the crown like you're hanging from the ceiling. And we'll start with chair. Inhale. Exhale, sit here in this chair. Find expression of the mid-body. Inhale, circulating that pranic energy. And then exhale, forward, fold, body. Halfway lift is the breath in. And then left foot steps back in space. We're on the right leg. Right arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, takes the right hand down. Left arm lifts. Inhale. And as you extend the left hand overhead, any space in the low back that becomes available, lengthen. We'll take an inhale. And then exhale, place the left hand down. Right foot lifts. Inhale, way up, open. Exhale, lean to the left elbow. right elbow. One more time for you. Inhale, lifts up and open. Exhale, knee to the left elbow, to the right elbow. One more time, it's big. Inhale, lifts up, maybe open it back. Exhale, the foot drives forward between the hands, left knee down, and walk the right foot out. Woo! Letting that right knee hug into the right shoulder momentarily. See if you can imagine two equally linked side bodies. So if that right hip crease is crawling up toward your right low rib, invite space here. Deepen the right hip crease and allow the left hip to come into rotation. And of course, you always have freedom to move here, where the right knee can lollygag out onto its side for a bit. And then that option of lengthening through the low back digs down into that hip just a bit deeper. Find the breath rhythm as you press into the palms and coming back up center. We'll walk that right foot out just a bit and take the breath. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, rock back toward the left heel and hang out here for just a few breaths, finding that seat maybe, or finding your preferred stretch through the right hamstring. Give it a breath or two or three. And then we'll start the hinging breath if you liked it. Exhale completely. And then inhale, crawl forward lizard. Exhale, crawl back runner's stretch. I'll repeat it twice more. Inhale, roll you forward. Exhale, rocks you back. And we've got it one more time if you like. Inhale. Exhale. We'll come on back into the front here. Letting that right foot come underneath us. Placing the hands down. Walk the right foot into the inside. Left hand is underneath you. Weight to the right heel. Inhale the right hand up. Exhale it down, drop the back heel, left arm lifts. Inhale, inhale, space in the low bottom, lengthen the arm out in front of you. You got one more breath to pull the ribs into middle, and exhale, hand down. Switch the hip down, come on up to a forward fold. Inhale, and as you exhale, forward fold, release the space between shoulder blades, and take a deep breath. Already on the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Through chair, one breath. Inhale. And standing tall. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Starting to feel a little better in there? All right. Let's take the toes and heels together just for this posture. Maybe not the heels. Let the hips rotate the way you know they should, so the inner thighs are spiraling back as the bottom smiles open, which allows space for the low belly to get a little tighter, the low bottom to get a little lower. Ribs come into the midline. We're going to take an inhale and lift all the way up, traps down. Interlace the fingers if you like, release the index fingers, and see if you can lift even higher with the hands without using the traps. Even higher. Maybe those deltoids come to the sides of your ears and you can't even hear what I'm saying. Gotta pull back a little bit. Take an inhale, lift way up, push the big toe out. Until right, exhale. Inhale, lift way back up, way up, push from the floor to the fingertips. Exhale, tilt to the left. We'll do it one more time. Take the inhale, grow from the root of your foot. Exhale, tilt right. The ribs will make long one more time. Inhale, get rid of that low back crunch. Exhale, tilt left. Woo! That's good work, isn't it? Inhale, way up to the sky, release the hands. And exhale, forward fold. Half flat back, inhale. Right leg steps back and stays. All right. When we take up the left leg this time, we're going to come under for a side plank variation. Left leg lifts way up into the air. Inhale. Exhale the knee toward the right elbow and then kick the foot out to the floor on the right side of your mat. Now for a moment, we're going to go right hand lift. So get the weight on the left hand entirely, not just into the wrist, and lift the right arm up in space. Maybe bring it to the front of the room and elevate the right hip as much as you want. Now inhale where you are, circle the right arm back around. And when you come down, we're going to push that right heel toward the back wall with your right in space. Inch that left foot away from us until the left outer thigh is on the floor. And keep the right heel pointed up to the sky. You know what we're doing. Yes. That's what I was trying to show you. Now, that left leg needs to stay somewhat tight, as we realized last week, in order to recognize this pose fully. Forearms, maybe. And then I also showed you if you keep that right heel lifted, it provides that nice low back opening. And I even sometimes will take a look over my left shoulder, so long as the crown of my head is growing from my right heel. Deep, even breathing here. Oh, we could stay there all day, but we won't. Now this is a strength move, so we got to pull into core center. That right foot's under us. Press up through the same plank. Pull the left foot through downward facing. Yeah. Inhale, press back, and exhale forward. Half flat back, inhale. Fold the exhale through chair, just one breath. Inhale, let's go straight back, fold. Exhale. Half flat lift, inhale. Left leg steps back to lunge, plant the hands, right float. Inhale, lift way up behind you. Open the hip, and this time we're going to take that right knee to the left elbow and coast it underneath the body toward the floor. I'm walking my left heel out and back as I'm simultaneously walking my right hip under me. My IT band lands flat on the floor. My toes are pointed toward the top of the room. And maybe the forearms come down. Extend back through the left heel and through the crown. And then tighten up that right leg just a little. See if you can release any tension through the shoulders here and find breath. Low belly breath. See if you can really send the breath down to that right hip one time. It's really nice. You feel the difference when you really direct it down there. Beautiful stretch. We should just have this class only once a week. And then finding that strength transition. Left toe points hard as you pull up with your right oblique into your downward facing dog. Just hang out here in this down dog for just a second. Let your breath come and go. If you'd like to see where those hips are a bit, you can take the right leg, float, inhale, and then point the toes over to the right side of the room as though you're opening your hip, and draw a huge circle as far toward your right wrist as you possibly can, and let that right foot come down to meet the left foot. Go back the other way. So it's way out and open to the side and then back through the open hip. Isn't that genius? Let the right hip drop. Try same with left. Inhale, lifts the left leg way up and then opens the hip. Bends, not bending the knees, sorry. Big left toe is pointed to the left side of the room. I'm going to draw a huge circle as close to my left wrist as is possible, coming to my left foot, and then back the same way I came, and open through the downward facing dog freedom. Nice. And then what y'all been waiting for, right leg floats straight back behind you for pigeon, right leg through for pigeon. Mascot. Now, if your initial pigeon is starting to get a little more comfortable, you might sit up about halfway and let the right foot walk itself toward the top of your mat a millimeter. It doesn't have to be a bunch of space that changes, because working with the hips, it's really a matter of millimeters, right? You'll know that you're in proper form for the stretch we're going for if you look back at your left leg and the knee is pointed directly to the floor. If the heel is pointed directly to the ceiling. If the heel is turned in toward your front leg, you need to take the left hip farther over toward the mat. Dig what I'm saying? So there's a hip shiftiness happening here. We're going for. And lots of ways to take pigeon to another level. Walking the right foot out is one. Another one would be like just to take the left arm and thread it underneath you and lay the left temple down toward the floor. And that really targets back there on that right side. For those who could Girl, you know how I like to float around Facebook.
See, I'm going to be able to run tomorrow now.
Yes.
I'm going to be able to run 15.
And there is one more level to this stretch if you think you're ready to go there. The right arm is free. I'm going to take it back and take the left foot with it and invite the left heel directly down toward the left glute.
Can't even find my foot. I was saying way like, I don't know where my foot is. I don't know back.
This is just an indication really for the left quadricep to get involved. But I'm happy to show you a different quadricep stretch of quads or something like that into the track. So we got that right leg, yeah. Feeling pretty loosey-goosey in there. Let's go ahead and pull the strength transition again. Left toe tucks. We're coming back up through plank body. And then maybe 3 dog. Because man, does that feel liberated. Yeah. Toy with that shape for just a moment if you like. And then we'll do the same thing other side. So left leg to float. Take a nice deep inhale. Oh, and then coming through, knee to left wrist. Foot to right wrist. And let me get that dog together. Sedation. It's like here street hot yoga in here. I'll tell you guys the story of how I got to Stacy and the Christian. Especially John. Microwave. Just doesn't you might be worth watching. And so if there's any cramping again in the left side body here, in other words, if you feel like your left hip crease is close to your left bottom ribs, you might consider indenting the left hip crease a bit more. If you feel how that switched the stretch quite a bit. Now, none of it causes pain, but this is just another way to somewhat isolate that stretch into the part you're aiming for, yeah. Nice deep breath, low down. And if you haven't taken the full cycle of this pose the way that you like it, go ahead and find the final version of it for a couple of breaths. Excellent. When you're ready, coming through the strength transition of tucking the right toe underneath, pulling up to a solid plank, letting that left leg, maybe it floats back up to feel that counter opening. Got it. Got some space worked up in there, so let's see what we can do with it. Find your way to your forward fold. And let everything go in the upper body for just a few seconds. No muscles in the neck. All right, we're just going to try a few moves here that require you to move from an open or closed hip. We'll start here just lifting all the way up to the sky. Take a nice deep inhale way up to the sky. And exhale the hands through the heart. Just as a side effect, you feel how nice your low back feels right now. Isn't that pretty? Let's go tree. And how about we all take inner thigh tree to start with, and then we try front of the bottom thigh tree. So right leg lifts. We can take that right foot anywhere on the inner left leg, except the knee. What I want us to do right when we get here is take the fingertips onto the frontal ribs, hips, say it this time, frontal hips, the two notches. Likely you're feeling that the right one is lifted slightly. It's a matter of softening the right leg bone down to get that hip level. Do you feel when you try that this is a move that becomes isolated into the hips, yeah? Because otherwise you can fudge this move by making the glutes do the work or by making some other muscle do the work. But when you drop that right hip down, yeah, take a nice deep inhale, lift any amount from the low back. And then let your body come on down. Pop, 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 pop. We'll try it the same way on the other side. A little added challenge. See if you can keep the hips level even while you're lifting the leg lifts. It's like a dancer's motion when you do it this way. You feel it? It's not, maybe you can't do it the first time or the 50th, like, but it requires a little bit more body stability here. Compensation, right? So right inner thigh is tight, but left leg is allowing itself to sink down a bit. You can let space come into the low back here by tightening the rubber band between two frontal hips. Growing tall any amount from the back, not the front. Big inhale. And then when you're ready, release. Got some movement in there? All right, let's see what happens if we take the foot to the front of the leg instead this time. This is an extreme hip opening. Right hip stays down, just like it did. Left foot's buried into the mat. Open, internally rotate that left leg before you even get started. Not so much that it's awkward, just like where it's supposed to be. And then right foot can lift up. You don't have to let it go. We're really just thinking about how the hips work here. See if you can aim that foot to the sky and aim the biggest part of your knee to the ground. Now this requires that there is a certain amount of hip tucking forward, but as we've learned, don't power through the glute to do it. Internally rotate the standing thigh and externally rotate the floating thigh, yeah? Any amount of space the low back can grow, internally rotating the standing thigh. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, and then release. Woo! That travels deep, doesn't it? Last piece, right foot is on the floor, thinking about putting that foot internally rotating the thigh. So don't push forward through the coochie groin, but open the flesh of the bottom, strap back the space between the frontal hips. Here we go. Left leg lifts. Again, once you have it, think of foot aiming directly up, knee aiming directly down, and then start the work again of rotating the thighs in the opposite directions from one another. Low bottom can scoop down and away. Work in that internal rotation. Let's take 2 more breaths here. From the hip we're moving. From the hip we're moving. You can feel the difference, yeah? Big breath in when you're ready. Exhale, and let it go. Check one. Okay, let's try one more, and that is the back bend dancer. Hips are level here too, if you can make them so. Let's take the right foot, inside grip on the right hand. I'm going to keep my left foot, my left hand on my left hip, just as an index marker. Let the right shoulder externally rotate a lot and straighten the arm from the elbow even. Keep that right foot internally rotated, don't let it go. Right knee's close to the left knee. There you go. Left arm lifts way up if you like it to. And then we're tilting forward, in and out, kicking back and reaching. Letting both thighs internally rotate. And taking 2 more breaths. Easing it back up, knee to knee, take an inhale. Foot to floor, take the exhale. Last standing pose of the day. Feel those hips working now. Left arm turns open and takes the inside rotation. Straightening through the elbow, letting the knee come next to its other knee. Think about internally rotating both thighs. Right arm lifts if you like it to on a big breath in. Strong right leg. And tilting. Kick back and lift forward with equal intensity to keep the balance. And breathe 2 more breaths. Nice work. Coming back knee to knee on the inhale. And foot to floor on the exhale. We're just going down to the ground. Big inhale, let's get all the way up. Maybe get a gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Our first glute of the day. Inhale, half flat lift. And through vinyasa to dog, go for it. And child's pose as you like. Maybe the knees go wider than normal. Nice. And before we take the floor completely, let's have one more of the IT stretches before we're finished. Now that we're already here. So it comes up through downward facing dog, as you remember. You can take the right leg to float, and that's when the right leg comes up and under. I'll just give you a few moments to kind of toy with that shape. See if it's any looser than it was before. A little easier to find this time. Switch it up when you're ready. When you're ready. Oh, nice guy. Works out something to get down, doesn't it? Oh, nice. Oh, that fella. Nice. Let's walk the right foot up in between the hands. We're just going to turn everybody to the left, so that's the left rotation. Feet are parallel to the outside of the mat. Pinky toe edge of the foot parallel to the outside of your mat. Just give it a nice long forward fold over those wide open legs. See if we can keep the pelvis tilted, belly way up and in, just to protect that low back. Maybe even keeping the legs tight as the body deflates. Maybe there's a chance for you to walk your body over to the right squat. If you are a very limber person and your left thigh lands all the way on the ground, you can take a side stretch here. And then we can come back through center and do the same thing on the other side, walking the body to the left side squat. Nice. When you come back through, let's go to forward lunge. And this time we're going to turn all of the toes to the right side of the mat. Walk the right foot down however much you want it to. And see about letting that left hip come under the right hip one time. Left arm bears all the weight. You feel that nice twist in the middle there? Nice. We're going to walk away from each other now. Walk all the way to the other side and keep turning. All the toes to the left side of the mat. The left foot walks down as much as it wants to until you can feel the left and right hips stack up. Maybe lift the hips one time and see what that does to the top IT. And then coming back through. Woo! Take yourself a little yogi squat if you like. We're coming down to the floor and we're moving to wide leg seated forward fold before we take our final back bend. How are we feeling, gang? So the feet are pressing against the walls. Low belly tucks in. Let's just give it a nice plank body lean forward. Pressing away through the feet, in and out, tucking the low belly, bringing the ribs into alignment here, and bearing the weight into the back of the bottom. So soften the back of the bottom toward the mat. That's going to help you get that low spine really long on the vertical plane for that nice length back there. If you like, coming up to the nice tall back, just leaning the full torso over the right leg, the left arm extends up and over. Weight in the left hip to keep it grounded. And a breath or two or three. Up and over to the other side, big inhale, and exhale. Laying down the right hip this time. Moving on back up into center. We can bind the ankles, round angles, and take our hands to our feet. If you'd like, turn those feet up toward the sky for a more open hip expression. Big, tall belly, nice inhale. And then leaning into that expression any amount that you like. Again, imagine the space in the low back here. And take 2 or 3 breaths into the lower part of the ribs. Sweet. Roll to the middle of the room, coming onto the belly. Oh, woo, that low back is juicy too. It's like a side effect, isn't it? Keeping the feet narrower than hip distance apart, so don't let them splay way out. We can take those feet into hand, coming into a bow shape. Now, I'd love for you just to take this at your own time and place. Maybe toy with the shape of it. Just see where it comes from the hips here. Internally rotating the thighs again. What does it mean in this pose to let the low back find length? It means internally rotating, letting the outer hips press in, the space between the hips lift up. And when you release, lay the left ear on the mat. And just recognize where your body's gone today. Take a breath into it. Lay the right ear on the ground. And then making any moves that you like to make between here and your final resting pose. That could be Shavasana, legs up on the wall. If there is something between you and that final pose, please do feel free to take the time and find it. No rush. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Swallow to clear your throat and then soften your tongue in your mouth. Let the heavy weight of your shoulder muscles loosen and trust your breath to rise and fall your belly naturally. The hips sway heavy, calves and quadriceps, easy and light, feet soft in the toes and the arching, arms released, hands soft, holding arms and nothing, letting go of everything. And letting this next breath be a really more awakening. Maybe, if you like, stretching the arms long overhead and taking a full body stretch. Or staying completely still, no pressure at all. It's welcome to any practice at your pace. And if you'd like to seal off practice with our final namaste, I invite you to make your way slowly, mindfully to an easy seat facing center. Take a few moments here just to reconnect with what you're feeling. Find a seat where the weight comes into the bottom, allowing the lower belly to slightly activate that, preserving one more time the lengthening of the low spine. Just embrace the positive impact of this moment on your life. Harness this wonderful energy that you have and take it with you. Inviting the hands into the heart center. The light and love within me honors the light and love that is within you. Namaste. And take your time, quietly this week, as you move to let some people who are meditating.